Hey everybody, and welcome back. In this video we're going to very quickly build on the calendar that we built in the last video, and we're going to look at how we can actually use that to create events. But before that, I want to quickly touch on something we didn't talk about in the last video, which was how to display our single digit integers as 2-digit numbers so that we can actually show a 24-hour clock. And we do that when we convert the integer into a string. We need to make sure that we add .zfill brackets 2. What we're doing is we're saying that the number needs to fill a 2-digit long string, or a 2-character long string by that, and we do that for minutes, so that if we were to run the code now, as you can see, it now displays the time as 2-digit integers rather than single-digit integers, and if we tick it over to midnight, you will see 0000, which is what we want to make it look like a proper clock. Ideal. But at the moment, all this does is displays the outcome of our previous tutorial saying these are the variables, but we don't actually check it for anything. We're not turning this calendar into any kind of functional part of the game. So what we need to do is at the end of our while loop, we'll call an event check. So once we've added all of these integers together, once we've done all of our game logic, we're now going to check. And I've already written a little bit of code here called label events check. So we're jumping to here, we're calling this block of code here, and we're saying if hours equals 12, if it's 12 o'clock and 0 minutes, on the 3rd, remembering that this is 0 is our 1, so 1 is 2 and 2 is 3, of month 0, which is January. So if it's 12 o'clock on the 3rd of January, it will print a bit of code saying this is an event. So we will go launch project, start the code, and if we tick along nice and quickly as my fingers will let me click, to the 3rd of January, ticking around, and we'll get up to 12 o'clock or 11:30. There you go. This is an event. So that's that. It's that simple. That's how you would do that in very basic terms. You would simply do a check. We can use and or logic for this as well. So I'm going to demonstrate how to do that now, but we won't go into any more details on things such as classes until another video. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this slightly. So we're going to put these into brackets. If hours equals 12 and open bracket, minutes equals 0 and days equals 2 and month equals 0. And we can now reduce the tabs to 1. And in theory, that should operate in exactly the same function, but we've reduced it to a single line of code rather than multiple lines. So let's skip along and see what happens on the 3rd of January at 12 o'clock. Ticking along. Okay, here we go. So we get to 11:30. This is an event. So as you can see, that game code still works, functions exactly the same, but we've turned that into a single line of code. Now, this is not the safest, prettiest, easiest way of doing it, but it's for the purposes of what we've achieved so far and what we've covered in this video series, this is the ideal way to do it for now. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.